Welcome back to our PBS user video series. I'm Mike, and today we'll be looking at the crew information screen, the first screen that you'll see when you access PBS. To access PBS, you first need to be logged into CCS. Once you've logged in, choose the drop-down menu labeled Bidding and then choose PBS. This will open a new window, log you into the PBS system, and take you to the crew information screen. The crew information screen contains a great deal of important information that will aid you in constructing and submitting your bid groups. At the top, the schedule for the bidding window is noted. This tells you when regular bidding opens and closes. These times are listed in Central Time. The calendar contains any pre-assigned absences that you might have for the month, such as jury duty, military leave, vacation, company or union business, and training, just to name a few. Any absence you have scheduled for the month that precludes you from flying should be indicated on your calendar. If you have an absence that is not listed, you should notify your chief pilot as soon as you notice the error. Trips that carry in from the previous month will also be indicated on your calendar. These trips will be indicated in green and will have a timestamp on them which indicates the time at which you were released from that trip. Note that the amount of credit that carry-in is not listed on the calendar, only the release time. On the left side of the screen, you'll see 4 boxes. The top box is labeled Line Credit and contains detailed information regarding the amount of credit that is depicted on your calendar. Your carry-in credit, other credit, and vacation credit should all be listed and totaled for you. This total credit is the amount of credit that you enter the month with and is that amount of credit that PBS starts with when building your line. The next box down is labeled Block. This box contains your 365 consecutive calendar days and your personal block cap totals. These numbers are important to you since they may limit the amount of flying that you can receive. Current FARs prevent a pilot from flying more than 1,000 hours in 365 consecutive calendar days. These numbers are buffered by the company to 990 hours. If this total is over 900 hours, bidders should use caution when bidding and seek out assistance from a pilot trainer if they have any questions. If your 365 consecutive calendar day total exceeds 900 hours, it will be displayed in red. The next line is labeled Personal Block Cap. This value is not directly related to your 365 consecutive calendar day total. While the 365 consecutive calendar days total is an actual flight time value, your PBC is derived from a formula that considers your past flight time and a prospective look forward at projected flight time. A PBC is designed to prevent pilots from being awarded flight time in the current month, which may cause them to exceed flight time limitations in subsequent months. The formula for the PBC calculation is available in UPA section 5-B-4. If you're assigned a PBC, it will be presented in red. Most pilots will never be affected by the PBC, but it's important to note that this value, if present, is the maximum amount of credit that you can be assigned for the month. Now, the next box is the seniority box. This box will tell you your current system seniority, your base seniority, the total numbers of bidders in your category, and the G-line bidder in your base. Lastly, your percentage in base and your bidding percentage relative to the G-line is displayed. The most important number in this box as it pertains to bidding is your percentage of the G-line bidders. At and above the G-line bidders are guaranteed to receive a line of flying if they bid for one and do not bid for a reserve line. Your percentage of the G-line bidder is important because that's where you effectively bid for a line. You may be staffed at 50% in the category, but your G-line percentage is 70%. If this were the case, you should understand that you are bidding at 70% in your category as it pertains to line holders. You'll want to be sure that you have bid some groups entered that relax some of your restrictions to the point where you can receive a line. If you're below the G line, this number will be presented in red. Another point we'd like to emphasize again is that above the G line bidders are guaranteed a line of flying to be awarded, provided that they do not enter any reserve bid groups. Again, if you are above the G line and desire any line award before a reserve award, do not enter any reserve bid groups. The next box will tell you how many days off you're entitled to during the month. If you have pre-assigned absences during the month that limit your availability for flying, the total number of days off that you're entitled to may be prorated to a lower number based on the proration table found in the UPA. Moving to the right, the main body of this screen has 3 tabs, all of which contain different information. The default tab is labeled My Reports and contains information specific to you. You'll find your reasons reports, your bid award reports, and your bid snapshots here. The PDF version of your bid award report is simply your line and the associated trips. The HTML version is a more detailed report, which is much like the reports you'll receive when you use the Bid Analysis Tool, or BAT. Both the Reasons Report and BAT report are discussed in greater detail in subsequent videos. Bid snapshots are taken every night while the bid is open and are presented in a printer-friendly format so that you can print your bid groups from one location. The second tab is the CAT Award Reports tab. Under this tab, you'll find the awards for every category in the system. This is a useful tool if you're interested to see what your seniority could hold in other categories in a given month. The last tab is the System Documents tab. Under this tab, you'll find useful documents that we encourage you to review. Information in these documents can make you a more proficient and effective bidder. Finally, in the upper right corner of the screen, you'll see a drop-down menu. From here, you can access the bidding area of PBS, file a dispute if you believe that your award was an error, or exit the PBS bidding system. This drop-down menu should always be used to exit PBS rather than simply closing the window. When you use the Exit PBS option, PBS checks to see if you have any unsubmitted bid groups and will notify you if you do. When you simply close the window, this check is not performed. Well, that's it for the crew information screen. As you can see, there's a great deal of useful information that can be used when constructing your bid and also following your bid award. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.